It was really exciting coming back to Panem, you know. I think when we finished Mockingjays in 2015, all of us, I think including Suzanne Collins, thought we were done with this, you know. I know she had been working on the books and movies for 10 years. Nina maybe on the movies for 5, me 4, something like that, and we thought this was kind of the end. And Nina and I also knew we weren't going to be coming back unless Suzanne wrote another book, and she didn't have plans. But then 2019, she called and surprised us and said that she was almost finished with a new book. We had no idea she was even inspired and had started one. Yeah, I mean, look, we were all fans of Olivia's, and you know, it's always a tricky thing because you know somebody can write a song, but you don't want it to just be a random sort of piece of music. And she came in and she saw the movie and she really liked the movie, and then she and I sat down with some of her team in a conference room at Lionsgate. And I basically talked at her for 45 minutes about the themes of the movie and the kind of feeling that I want at the end and what I thought she could possibly do narratively with lyrics. And I wasn't pitching lyrics, but I was just talking about the feeling and what I was sort of hoping for. And 3 weeks later, she turned in this song that was sort of just perfect, like pitch perfect tonally, narratively, like what the lyrics, what she's saying, what she's singing about, and how it ties into the story. I mean, she just did a phenomenal job. Some of them, many were sort of first choices. I'd say Rachel was definitely a first choice. Yeah, I'd seen her in West Side Story and I knew she'd be perfect. She's a great actor and I mean an amazing singer, and we needed both, so I thought she'd be great. Viola was a first choice. I, you know, luckily had a little bit of a relationship with her, and so we had a nice chat about just the stories in general and the themes and her character's connection to theme and the opportunity to do something kind of wildly different for her. Peter Dinklage also first choice. You know, he's just amazing. I knew him a little bit as well, and so to be able to work with him was great. Jason Schwartzman, also a fan of his from Rushmore, so first choice there. The two big sort of standouts, or I'll say 3 sort of big standouts that kind of came in more randomly for me were Tom. He came out of the blue. He was like, I didn't know his work. His audition came in kind of late in the game, and it just blew everybody out of the water. So it was truly his read, his audition. He just kind of smoked everybody. There's a scene near the end of the movie where Tom is alone in the forest, and he's going through the real sort of emotional change, and it's kind of the final descent, I would say, into darkness. And I think his performance is phenomenal. And so that was a great time for me filming, and also it's one of my favorite moments in the movie.